this, Bliss!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
5 feet of fury.
Remember the good old days when Alexa Bliss would toss glitter and smile and made you feel good?
I like the days better now, where you are not allowed to make direct eye contact with the goddess, Saxton.
Is that why she never looks at me?
Multi-time women's champion.
Yeah, she's not afraid to remind you.
Look who's here!
And her partner, from Moscow, the Ravishing Russian, Lana.
The Ravishing Russian has been ridiculed and written off her entire career, but here tonight she's looking to have the last laugh and crush the competition.
Anybody that's ever ridiculed Lana doesn't know what they're talking about. She's incredibly beautiful, incredibly talented. Speaks like 31 languages. Was a former social ambassador for Rusev.
Byron has done it. Byron, time to put your hair up and square up. Oh, you don't have any hair. Well, you get the point.
And their opponent, first, from Chemung, New Jersey, Sonya Deville.
Byron, I would love to see you interview Sonya Deville so she could punch you right in the mouth.
I wouldn't enjoy that at all.
Sonya Deville is as bad as they come.
Disciplined, driven. In fact, the day that Sonya Deville graduated high school, she packed up her car, drove down to South Florida, and began training full-time in mixed martial arts.
Oh, my God.
Calm down.
And her partner, from Yorktown Heights, New York, Mandy Rose.
A superstar that wouldn't look out of place on the roof of the Sistine Chapel. A real work of art. God's greatest creation.
I wouldn't be able to tell. My monitor's all blurry. Can we get tech support out here or something?
Mandy Rose, a success story from Toughen Up, former bodybuilding and fitness champion. One of the most beautiful women to ever grace WWE.
Are you okay over there, Corey?
Don't ruin this, Byron.
A true star, no doubt about it. Here we go, guys. Tag team action is underway.
These superstars are about to put on a clinic in tag team competition, guys. That's how good they are. Good golly, what a knee.
That's what they call me, the hot shot.
She's not careful. Things can get out of control in a hurry.
I think they're about to.
She's not careful. Things can get out of control in a hurry.
I think they're about to. For many years, members of the WWE Universe and the WWE locker room have felt that tag team matches should have 2 referees. One referee is in the ring overseeing the action, and the other is located out on the floor, making sure teams follow the rules and do not engage in potentially damaging behavior. I think it's a good idea, something perhaps Mr. McMahon might want to consider.
She wishes she could have gotten out of the way of that one.
Byron, earlier you raised a point that people have been talking about for years, and that's a second referee being appointed to tag team matches. I remember WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE President Gorilla Monsoon used to express his strong advocacy for 2 referees being appointed to tag team matches.
It's something that's been talked about for decades, Michael, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've seen it on occasion, but I think it's best to let the superstars be responsible for themselves. And the appointed official for the match needs to do the job they're paid to do. I don't think it's that much to ask.
She's calling her out.
She's not too anxious to get up.
Attack to the midsection. She's not careful. Things can get out of control in a hurry.
I think they're about to.
Looking a little dazed here.
Yeah, she's definitely not looking herself right now, Cole. This is where all it takes is one move and your opponent can gain the upper hand.
That could be a game changer.
What a stomp. Good grief.
When you talk about great tag teams, we can go all the way back to teams like the Tolos brothers, Stevens and Patterson, Stevens and Bockwinkel, the Texas Outlaws, the Briscoes, the Blackjacks, the Andersons, and the list goes on and on. When you're part of a tag team, the 2 partners have to travel together, train together, eat together, and be completely in sync with one another.
Tag team competition dates back all the way to the early 1900s. Corey, you mentioned some of the classic duos from sports entertainment's incredible history. In today's WWE, the tag team scene has never been more competitive. I don't know who has the edge when it comes to talent, if it's Raw or SmackDown Live. I think it's too close to call, but all the teams truly think and act as one unit.
I agree, Michael. Teams such as the Usos, American Alpha, Anderson and Gallows, The New Day, the Hardy Boys, Cesaro and Sheamus. I could be here all day naming championship caliber teams. And when the tag team scene is that competitive, you don't know which team will be wearing the gold.
Most of the truly great tag teams in sports entertainment created a double-team finishing maneuver. The spike pile driver from Anderson and Blanchard, the heart attack from the Hart Foundation, the rocker dropper from the Rockers, or the doomsday device from the Road Warriors. A team needs to have a tag team finisher and be able to execute that finisher on all types of opponents.
Corey, a few moments ago, you mentioned some of the great tag team finishing moves in sports entertainment history. Don't forget about the 3D from the Dudley Boys, or the double drop kick from the 2017 WWE Hall of Famers, the Rock and Roll Express. In tag team action, like in singles competition, once a duo nails their opponent with their finisher, that should signal the beginning of the end.
It can take a long time for a tag team to decide on a double team finisher, but I agree. A team needs one, and it should be something that can be administered to any opponent. That's when a finishing move is truly effective. And since we're talking about tag teams, remember you and your partner have until the referee's 5 count to execute the move.
In May of 2017, SmackDown Live saw an incredible women's tag team match when Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch squared off against welcoming committee members Natalya and Carmella. The rivalry between these women got so intense that Naomi was in Flair and Lynch's corner, and Tamina was in Natalya and Carmella's corner.
I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming committee could bring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair back together. Natalya's power set the tone for the match and gave her team an advantage. That was until Carmella's overconfidence let the Irish last kicker turn the tide and get back into the match. And then it was elementary from there for the Irish-born superstar.
Naomi did an excellent job of making sure any quote-unquote committee nonsense cost her girls the match. Once Becky Lynch got Carmella locked in the disarmor, there was nothing for the Staten Island Princess to do but to tap out. And it didn't take long for that to happen.
When a superstar is in a tag team match and has endured heavy, must find a way back to their corner to tag their partner. Something that they have to try is doing create separation between them and their opponent. That space gives a superstar the ability to move and catch their breath.
Alexa Bliss gets out of the way quickly.
Corey, you touched on this before. Part of a tag team's ability to be successful is their ability to endure punishment and make their way to their partner when they need to tag out. One way to do that is to create that separation you spoke of so they have some space to gather themselves and time to make their way back to the corner.
You're absolutely right, Michael. What's the use of having a tag team partner if you're not able to get to them when you got to tag out of the match? Getting that separation is key in breaking any momentum your opponents could have, maybe the difference between a win and a loss, maybe even more.
In order to be a premier tag team, a superstar and their teammate must have that continuity where they're a well-oiled machine inside the ring. I'm talking about classic techniques like cutting the ring in half, isolating your opponent, relegating them to your corner, and making frequent tags so that the fresh man is always in the ring. That's how you keep your opponents off balance.
Lana may be slowing some here. Her and her partner making a great tag team. We'll see what they're made of here. Corey, a few moments ago, you took us through what it takes for a tag team to be successful. Continuity between tag team partners is crucial. When a team is able to keep one opponent in the ring for an extended period of time without making a tag, they're able to focus their attack on one individual and one body part.
And that's when things really start to take shape if you're on the tag team that's in control of the match. When you look at the tag teams who've dominated this business, all of them work well together as a unit and were able to keep an opponent in the ring long enough to make that adversary the focal point of their assault.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
And it's Alexa Bliss with the reversal.
During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. If a team can win the first fall, that sets the tone for the rest of the match, and your opponents are playing catch-up.
The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in a 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a road kick rocked Jeff Hardy.
Cesaro and Sheamus wanted to continue their domination of Team Extreme, but the Hardys had other ideas as Matt tied things up at 1 fall apiece after a twist of fate on the Swiss Cyborg. After a swanton bomb by Jeff Hardy, the match broke down and the third fall was ruled a double countout. Tag team history was made when the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions were crowned at Backlash 2016. The unlikely duo of Rhino and Heath Slater caught lightning in a bottle and ran through the tag team title tournament. In the finals, Rhino and Slater took on the Usos to see which team would be the inaugural Tag Team Champions.
Been a woman capable of great bursts of activity.
Dodges that one. Oh, straight forearm.
What should Lana try to do differently at this stage to stay in this thing? Her opponent's clearly getting the best of her here.
She really needs to make a tag here, guys. There's no way she can continue like this and expect to win the match. There's just no way.
I don't know. I expect her to get back on track here very shortly. I mean, she's been in control for much of the match. I look for that to continue here.
Oh, continuing to punish them.
It'll destroy your face. I don't think this is the best time for Lana to be crowing like this. I don't think this is the best time for Lana to be crowing like this.
Oh, right to the throat. Great move. If this match heads outside, things can go south real quick.
Let's hope not.
Oh, and she gets floored by that one. Yeah, there's no staying on your feet after something like that.
Oh, and she gets out of the way.
Looks to me like these superstars are running on fumes right about now.
I'll tell you what, this is one they'll be talking about tomorrow at workers' school, that's for sure.
I think she's trying to prove a point here.
I don't know how these superstars are doing it right now. They've got to be exhausted.
Caught.
She's always been a woman capable of great bursts of activity. I don't think this is the best time for Lana to be crowing like this. Oh, nasty impact.
Hard landing there.
Nothing to worry about, just a little misstep on her part.
She's able to get out of the way there.
Oh, Lana able to avoid damage.
Harsh impact. She's got something in mind.
She hits here, this match is over.
Inverted DDT.
Oh, that's how you establish dominance.
Look at this. Suplex. What a stop.
Good grief.
Instinct. That's the only thing keeping these teams standing at this point.
Ooh, what impact. Brought in the hard way.
These superstars wearing the rouge right now of what has been an absolutely thrilling matchup.
Nailed it. And that one takes her down.
Turn out the lights, Cole. This one's over.
Oh, Lana able to avoid damage.
Oh, what impact.
That might just be the final nail in the coffin.
2, 3.
What a tag team display.